Hey, how's it going? Today you and I are going to be doing an unboxing for the Black+Decker ice cream maker. A few years back, Ninja Kitchen released their ice cream machine, the Ninja Creami. That continues to sell really well, so obviously there's going to be a lot of other companies trying to get in on the action. This one was highly requested, but does it live up to the hype? Watch this video and find out. So you ready? Let's get into this. Just a quick note, this video is designed to be an unboxing and first look. We're going to open up the box, see what you get, do a quick demo, and maybe even do some sound checking. But we're not going to be doing a full product review because we need a couple of weeks playing with this thing in order to give you a really good, honest opinion. Anyway, with that being said, let's get to it. This is the new Black+Decker ice cream maker. Hey, that rhymes. Well, you can see that Black+Decker spared no expense on their packaging, so we probably can just skip this part and move straight on to the unboxing and save you a little bit of time. But looking at said box, there's one thing I really should point out, and I really didn't think this was a thing anymore. This product contains BPA and styrene. What? So I don't know how you feel about that, but I personally don't think I've seen any kitchen appliances made without BPA-free plastic in quite a while. So Black+Decker's weirding us out 10 seconds into the video. Nice. All right, let's get this box open. This thing is super tall, so we're gonna have to do this on its side. So don't give me a bunch of crap for not opening this right side up. These machines aren't like regular ice cream machines. They don't have compressors in them or anything, so having it on its side is not as bad as you think. And if that sounds kind of weird to you, you're not alone, because most people don't know exactly how these things work. All right, let's see what we got. Looks like this has got a QR code for a quick start guide and another QR code here for, hard to read that, a recipe guide. And that's it. Don't lose this. You're going to want to refer back to that. Next, we got our warranty information. Don't lose this, because if you have any issues with your machine, you're going to need this in order to contact support and return it, or you just get on their website and do it that way, which is probably easier anyway. One thing about this though, it does have a 3-year limited warranty, so that's nice. Most of these things only have 1 year. And last, we have the actual manual for this. Here's the machine. Looks sort of like a coffee maker, doesn't it? I don't know. Do you like the look at that versus the Ninja Creami? I'm kind of not so sure, but if it works, who cares, right? You got a parts list, you got basically your full user guide, what all the different buttons on this thing do, some freezing tips, some warnings as to what you don't want to do, like trying to blend ice cubes and things like that, and some cleaning instructions. Other than that, we got a little bit of troubleshooting in the back. Hopefully you don't need that, and the rest is probably just other languages. In any case, it's probably a good idea not to lose this, just in case. Ooh, on the back, we got some nice ice cream here. Looks like maybe butter pecan with caramel sauce. Hopefully that's in their recipe guide. In any case, keep this handy just in case you have issues. Okay, the rest of this is probably gonna come out in one big piece, I would imagine. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's look at this stuff first. Looks like our pint container. All right, here's our first container. It is plastic. Got a little frosted plastic look on the outside, which is kind of nice because it'll help hide scratches, which you will probably invariably get. Looking at this, you got some different lines here. You got a max fill line if you're making spoonable stuff like scoop ice cream. And then if you're doing a drink, you've got a line that's a max fill for your frozen stuff, and then you're gonna have some liquid that's gonna go on the top of it whenever you process it later on. And that just makes sure that it turns into a liquid and not just soft servy ice cream. These are about the same size as the ones in the Ninja Creami, so the maximum capacity on these should be 16 ounces. Okay, right here, this could be our second cup. And it is, same exact thing. Set that there. Feels like maybe the lids. Oh, we got three of whatever's in here. Yep, we got lids for the pints. There's 3 of them here, so there must be one inside the machine. And these are kind of bendy plastic. And these just fit on the top just like that. Don't really snap on or anything though, so that's one thing. All right, let's get this guy out of here. And the machine's backwards. There we go. You know, this is actually a pretty interesting looking machine. You got your power cable right here. That is about 3 feet long. Not super long, but not short either. And then going around the machine, if we look at the back, you got some ventilation, top and bottom here. You got this little nub here, which probably is nothing. Thought that might be a compartment on the top, but it is not. As far as the size of the Black & Decker ice cream maker, we're at 15 1/4 inches tall, 6 3/4 inches wide, and for the depth, right at 12 inches. As far as the design on this thing goes, it's a little bit more streamlined looking than the Ninja Creamis. It's just one big block, and like I said before, it does really look like a coffee maker. One thing I noticed right away is that this has a compartment over the front that closes. I kind of like this for a couple of reasons. One, it's probably going to help a little bit as far as safety goes in case something weird were to happen. And number two, I wonder if this is going to make this thing a little bit more quiet, because one complaint that I have about the Ninja Creami is that it's super loud. I don't like that this won't open any more than that, but whatever. All right, for this, to get this out, there is a lock and an unlock. The handle's in the lock position right now. There's an unlock thing right here, so we just take this, twist this over, and I should be able to lift this out. Yeah, just like that. You can't see the pint container that I showed you before because it's inside this outer compartment. As far as getting that off, you just unlock this like that, and then this whole thing just pops off. And inside the lid, you can see we have a silicone seal, and you've got this little spinny blade thing here. There's actually a shaft that comes down on the machine, and it'll come through the top here, and it will grab onto this, and it'll send it up and down through your pint to blend that and make your ice cream. Otherwise, it just stays engaged here in the top whenever it's not in use. The Ninja Creamis had a release lever on here for it somewhere. This doesn't appear to have anything like that, so evidently Black & Decker's found a better way. Also, if you need to clean this silicone seal, there's a little tab right here that you can pull on to pull that right out. That is a nice little detail because it's kind of hard to get those out of the Creamis, but on this thing, not so much. Nice solid plastic on this too. This blade design also looks exactly like the one on the Creami, and that one also looks exactly like the one on the PacoJet, which is what all these machines are based on anyway. So not saying they're copying Ninja, but obviously they got the right idea. Okay, down in here, we can pop that out. Again, you've got your inner pint, which looks a lot like the ones that we looked at before. In fact, it's exactly like the ones that we looked at before. This actually goes with that third lid that I showed you that didn't seem to have a home. And then you got your outer cup right here, which just has a pass-through in the bottom, which again is also different from the Ninja Creami because this was a fully enclosed thing before. What happens with this machine is the bottom of the pint is actually what connects onto the bottom of this. Something like that. See how that kind of clamps on like that? This can just fly off of there, but this thing keeps that from moving around. You can see this little thing that pops up on the side of the outer container. I'm assuming that this, when it's down, pre-presses this, letting the machine know that this is installed. That way you can't accidentally on purpose not use it, because if you did that, we would probably have serious problems and lawsuits. This just slides back in there again. This just goes back on the top, slides into place. Doesn't really have a nice snappy sound like some other machines do, but when it's on, I guess. And another thing I like to point out on this machine is that there's a spindle, like I mentioned before, that comes down and pushes that blade into your ice cream. With the Ninja Creamis, that spindle is very difficult to get to if you want to clean it because it's always up inside the machine and you can't really stop the machine with it down. With this thing, if I turn this up, you can see that the entire spindle is exposed outside of the motor area of the machine. That means if you want to take the pint out and get a rag and clean that off really good so you don't have any dairy or anything up in there, you're not going to have to worry about it because none of that part disappears inside the motor compartment. For a lot of people, that's going to be a big plus. Also, as far as power goes, this machine is 120 volt, which makes sense because it's being sold in the United States. If you are international and this machine is available for you, it's probably going to be 240 volt. And the maximum power on this is 800 watts. Okay, I'm going to plug this in and we're going to take a look at the controls. The Black+Decker ice cream maker's got a whole bunch of different presets. There's not really a way for you to self-determine speed or how long you want to run the machine for. It's all just based on the presets. So you've got one for regular ice cream, one for light ice cream, which would be for low sugar, low fat type stuff, sorbets, gelatos, yogurts, milkshakes, which is what that liquid setting's for. That would also include stuff like frappuccinos. You have a button for mix-ins, which means if you were making something like mint chocolate chip ice cream, you would make your mint ice cream first, and then once that's processed, you'd open it back up, put in your chocolate chips, and then use that mix-in button, and that would run the blade up and down one time really quickly, but at a very slow speed. So it won't melt your ice cream anymore, it'll just mix in those chips for you. Then you have a respin button, and that's just if your texture doesn't come out the way you want. A lot of times you can just respin it really quick and it'll take care of that. That could be crumbly looking ice cream. That can just be something that's still overly frozen and chunky. Could be a lot of reasons that you would use that. And sometimes you might even do a respin by adding a tiny bit more liquid, doing the respin, and fixing your recipe up also. It all just kind of depends on what you have going on. After you use a machine like this for a while, you'll kind of figure out what is working for you and what's not, because a lot of it has to do with what type of ingredients you personally happen to be using. All right, now we have a little bit of a quandary because this is just the unboxing, so I don't have any of these pints frozen or anything yet, so I can't actually make ice cream just yet. The way these work is I have to mix my ice cream mix, put it in here, throw that over in my freezer over there, and then let it sit in there for about 24 hours to get nice and hard. Then you take that, let it thaw for a couple of minutes on the countertop, put it in the machine, push the button, and you have ice cream. Sounds like a lot of steps, but it really isn't. And if you're the person that just wants to have ice cream when you want to have it, then you would want to make a whole bunch of these and have them all frozen and ready to go. That way you always have pints ready whenever you want to eat ice cream. So remember, if you're making it, don't make just one of these, make a whole bunch just to save yourself some time. Hey, by the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. All right, since we can't actually make ice cream for the unboxing, I can run a cycle on this machine and we can at least see exactly how loud this thing is because I'm pretty curious about that. So we're gonna turn this on and I'm gonna run the ice cream cycle and we're gonna measure it with my phone to see exactly how loud it is. Now keep in mind that you don't wanna be in the habit of running your machine empty like this. It's really not good for it, but I wanna do it anyway because I'd like you to see what we're looking at as far as noise goes. So that being said, let's run a cycle. Well, it looks like the maximum decibels that I saw was about 75 decibels, which is honestly not very bad. We are looking at pretty close to 10 decibels more quiet than a Ninja Creami, which is significant. It's really significant. Another thing I noticed, I'm gonna get the machine started up again so you can see this. When this machine runs, it's not bringing the shaft down into the pint, it's taking the pint and lifting it up into the machine. That's why there was such a big cavernous space up there when I was showing you where the shaft is. Pretty neat. In fact, let's get this going again so you can see that. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. This is going to be a really fun thing to test. Hopefully it performs. Well, out of the box, the Black+Decker ice cream maker looks really promising. It's got a lot of the same function as a Ninja Creami, but comes in at a much lower price point. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be putting this machine to the test, making a whole bunch of different types of ice cream. Once I have enough information, I'll be back with a full product review. If you'd like a little bit more information about the Black+decker ice cream maker, I do have an Amazon affiliate link for it down in the description of the video. If you buy anything through those links, I do make a small commission, but it doesn't change the price that you pay, 1 cent. If you like this video, then I bet you'll like this playlist right here that's got a whole bunch of unboxings and reviews for different kinds of ice cream machines and slushy machines. If you're looking for a machine to make some great cold treats, then I bet you're gonna find exactly what you're looking for in there. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon, and until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.